ancient creatures from the time of yore, and a fearless hunter who's out to get all of them. We have to admit, Season 1 didn't shy away from its fair share of ghouls, Strigas, djinns, and dragons. We've managed to compile a list of some of the deadliest and some not so deadly creatures. We're looking at you, Herika. So without further ado, here are all the beasts and monsters in The Witcher. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Number 10, Djinn.
What is that?
It's a wizard seal. The Djinn.
We start this list off with one of the monsters that Geralt fished out of that swampy lake. Dandelion couldn't help himself and not got his wishes, so he entered in a tug of war with the Witcher. The result? There was no winner. Only the fact that the Djinn got released, almost killed Dandelion, and Geralt had to immediately find a healer. Otherwise, he would have been a goner. This notion of Djinn seems fairly similar to that of the genie in Disney's Aladdin. The creature is all-powerful, and it grants 3 wishes to the person that freed it. But on the show, that last wish was rather painful, don't you think? The Djinn destroyed the entire house, and then finally broke free from eternal confinement, when the Witcher said his final wish. Number 9, Sylvans.
What happened with you motherfucker goat?
I am Torque, the Sylvan! I rear it!
You might not remember him as the Sylvan, but you might remember this monster as the creature that was half human, half goat. And while some of the fans have been saying that the Sylvan is the devil incarnate, we're saying that this is a story as old as time itself. This ancient creature had the body of a man and the head of a bull. So the Sylvans were simply a minotaur with a twist. If you ask us, Torque isn't the only Sylvan we got to see on The Witcher. The other creature that comes to mind is that half-human, half-porcupine man named Urchion of Erlenwald. But some would say that this is just another magical creature. Whatever the case, these Sylvans want to make a grand entrance. Urchion with a huge castle fight, and then Torque with Geralt's ambush. Number 8, Striga. Here's a creature that you definitely don't want to meet come nighttime. They are faceless, screeching monsters that have supernatural strength and can smash that like button like you should if you haven't done so already. But no, that last part about smashing the like button is fake. Anyways, from what we saw in the show, it seems like the powers that these creatures wield wanes as the sun starts to rise. The Striga turns into a woman and they lose almost all of their powers. Judging from this, we would say that the Striga is a woman who had been cursed by a witch to spend her nights as a deformed monster. Again, these creatures are powerful. From what we saw in the show, we would say that even Geralt couldn't defeat this creature. He could only outsmart it. But even that's not true, as we saw the Striga best him at the very end when she bit off a piece of flesh from his neck. It obviously punctured a vein, which almost killed the Witcher. Number 7, the Doppler. In many cultures, doppelgangers are seen as bad luck, and we get it. No one wants to see another version of themselves out of the mirror. But The Witcher has taken this to a whole new level. They call him the Doppler, and it's one of the most frightening creatures in this universe. It's not because it looked like a monster, quite the opposite. It looked like any other human being out there, and that's what made him scary. It's the fact that this monster can be indistinguishable from men that frightens us the most. And why did it have to refer to itself as we? Are there more Doppler in the series? Are they all mentally connected with one another? Let's just pray to God they're not. Number 6, Kralik. Saying that we hate bugs would be the understatement of the century. And The Witcher has done a great job of turning our nightmares into reality. You see, the Kralik, or the roachhound, is the giant bug that has razor-sharp legs. And just thinking about this thing chasing us makes the hair on the back of our necks stand up. And guess which ancient cultures invented him? If you read some of the ancient manuscripts of Japan and Thailand, you will find a giant insect-like monster that hates samurais, the giant centipede, and of course, wasps as big as hawks that could lay siege to entire kingdoms. Although the one they have on The Witcher is not as big, he's just as frightening as the rest of them. I mean, this thing hacked through an entire army of guards without even breaking a sweat. Number 5. Ghoul. Just like the Striga, this band of ghouls gave the Witcher a good run for his money. They were one of the few creatures that were capable of seemingly killing the Witcher. Now, don't get us wrong, he did kill every single one of them, but in that chaos of biting mouths and glowing eyes, one was bound to get one deadly bite in. Now get this, in the beginning of the scene, he told that old man to go home because one bite from the ghouls would easily kill him. Which is exactly what happened to Geralt. But hey, at least he died on the battlefield. Number 4. Kikimora. You know a show is going to be good when you have the opening scene of the first episode feature the main character battling a crazed, 8-legged creature that's out to kill him. Now, if you Google the Kikimora, you will realize that this is a creature from the Slavic mythology. It's usually depicted as a very skinny woman with dirty clothes that used to hide behind the stove and make creepy noises. Some people even blamed her for sleep paralysis. Now, we don't know how they went from skinny woman with the face of a witch to a spider-like creature that lives underwater. But hey, in mythology, everything is possible. Number 3. Basilisk. This is the first creature that we got to see in episode 6 of the first season. And it wasn't like we saw the whole creature, the Witcher just threw the monster's severed head on the floor. But judging from the book on which the episode was based, we would say that the creature is a basilisk. If you don't remember what the creature is, let us refresh your memory. It's actually a winged beast with the head of a chicken. Yes, chicken. The body resembles that of a dragon, and it's capable of breathing fire. Some legends even speak about the deadly stare of this creature that instantly killed any brave knight, except for Geralt. You see, Geralt just walked in, spent a couple hours in that cave, and walked out with the creature's head. Now do you see why we think he's a badass? Number 2. Herika.
There's something back here.
In the movie, we got to see Dandelion get scared to death when he saw the Herika hiding in the bushes. He first thought that it looked cute, but rose from the shrubs. It no longer looked cute like before. In the book, this creature is said to be an endangered species, and even Geralt won't kill it. But luckily, we have King Douchebag on the team, who took care of that. That's what happens when you travel with dumb people. The Herika would have probably went away after they gave it some food, but 30 seconds later, it became food. We don't know why he thought that the Herika was like some wild animal, but we sure loved it when he got diarrhea from eating that meat. Number 1. Dragon. In the 6th episode, we got to see the Witcher join a group of people on a quest to kill a dragon. The story about the knight going inside the lair of the dragon to rescue the princess is such an old story that it was even included in the Bible. Now, even though almost all mythologies have some version of a dragon, this story went a little different. You see, the Witcher wound up protecting the very dragon he sought to kill. When he and the sorceress realized that the dragon was only defending the egg, and the bad guys were the people seeking to kill these mythical creatures, Geralt switched sides. Together with Yennefer, they managed to kill that a-hole who was out to kill the innocent dragons that were only protecting the unhatched baby.
The white-haired Witcher. The knight who was taught to save dragons instead of kill them.
Bonus, Selkie-Maul.
What's that stench? Soaking more guts. Had to get it from the inside. I'll take what I'm owed.
For all of you that stuck with us until the very end, here's a little bonus. You see, we never saw the Selkie-Maul in the show, but we did hear one of the townsfolk recall a tale about the Selkie-Maul and the White Wolf, aka the Witcher. From what the man said, the Selkie-Maul had a giant mouth that could swallow entire ships and even towns, and that's what it did with the Witcher himself. Sadly, we didn't get to see this creature in the movie. At least, we didn't get to see it whole. We only got to see its guts on Geralt. On a related note, We want to know which of these monsters do you think was the coolest? You can tell us in the comments section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.